Hello and welcome back everyone to this Warcraft series. This is going to be game 2 of this best of 3 here from the Faith Cup. And I just realized this is actually the winner's bracket rather than the semifinals. So game 1, slight mistake on the overlay there, but I just realized, so oh well, no harm done I think. I think the title and the description will be sufficient. So don't get confused there, although this is game 2, so oh well. WC3 pulling it out in game 1, able to play very well into EleGaNt's Dark Ranger start. Yeah, I mean, every time I see the Dark Ranger start and watch it fail, it's just kind of saddening because it's something different, but it just does not work, or at least doesn't have a very good success rate. So it's very conflicting. I don't like it because it doesn't really work too well, but like, you know, Warcraft 3, strategies haven't actually changed over these years. I guess, while I'm on that point, I guess they only I guess human is the race that kind of at least branches out a little more. Usually, for a long time, it used to be just double sanctums, but I think with the addition of the blacksmith and rifleman, it changed from pure casters, spellbreakers into like rifle casters. So that was interesting for a while, and then that became like the norm. So yeah, I don't know if 1.27b is gonna change much. I think that's just minor quality of life improvements, not really balance or anything like that. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see. I don't know. I haven't followed too much on Warcraft 3, honestly. I've just been casting as I have over these years, so yeah. Anyway, EleGaNt is going to start out the Overseer camp here. Ghoul is going to spot it, and we are finally going to see a Warden. Okay, so EleGaNt is going to go Warden on Twisted Meadows. This could potentially be a long game. I guess if you're playing Warden, you kind of wish it goes into a long game. Or at least, not really wish it's a long game, more like you don't really mind if it's a long game, because Warden does ensure longevity with the Avatar Vengeance, but, you know, finishing the game early is always a bonus. So we'll see how it goes, if EleGaNt is going to go mass creeping, or if he's going to play solely with this Warden. So I'm, as I said, very curious. Death Knight is going to start with the Death Coil once again. I don't know what determines whether or not you start Aura or Death Coil. I guess if you're gonna just not harass, or if the map's too big, then you would just start Coil, because that just helps a lot more in farming it out compared to just starting an Aura. So, yep. We'll finish this not too quickly, but he will be able to get level 2 there and get a +2 ring of protection. Not too useful compared to the +6 claw of attack that the Warden did get. I guess the Death Knight picked up an easy kill somewhere. That I guess explains his level 2 off the Overseer camp. Anyway, standard start for both sides. Lots of moon rolls already for EleGaNt. And surprisingly enough, he's actually gonna go tier 2. So yeah, there is definitely just two types of Warden players. The first is obviously just stick to tier 1 and try to beat it with mass huntresses. The second is going for a long game, just play standard, but instead of a demon hunter, it is just a Warden. So we'll have to see how this goes. Mass ghouls, I guess, get stomped by Fan of Knives, but it's got to be at least level 2 Fan of Knives, because level 1 Fan of Knives is not that impressive in terms of damage compared to like the mana cost. So you can see why Shadow Strike's actually being picked up as the first ability here, because it's just a lot better at level 1 compared to Fan of Knives, which is it's just not worth the mana compared to the damage that it brings out. So Shadow Strike at least gives the potential of being able to kill a ghoul. Sadly, that's not going to actually be a possibility, because Death Knight is going to heal up his units when necessary. You can see Warden actually took a lot of punishment just trying to harass that single ghoul. So yeah, the game plan right now for EleGaNt is just like keep his opponent at bay try to get levels on his Warden before it's too late, I guess. We have plenty of Wisp at 3 out of 4 sides here. So expansion being dropped on the top side. Probably not going to be seen for a long time. Ghouls are going to clear out this green creep camp, probably just easy camp before the Death Knight to clear out. These 2 units, I have no idea what they're doing. They could potentially go and harass, but it's just 2 archers and a Shadow Priest. Like, what are they going to do? Honestly, EleGaNt should just wait for a second hero and I guess farm it out with that while the Warden keeps these units occupied. That might be the playstyle here for EleGaNt, but it's just so risky because yeah, there's pretty much nothing stopping WFZ from just running into EleGaNt's base and killing Wisps, so... But as I say that, like, I don't know what's stopping WFZ.
Forces are under attack.
So the tree is eating through the trees to the mercenary camp. Probably going to start that out for the second hero's creep camp, I guess. The Warden is chasing down the Ghoul. The Ghoul is very far away from the Death Knight, and he just gets the Death Coil in time as the Ghoul goes for a U-turn after the Warden goes for a Blink Shadow Strike play. She will have to go for another cast because the Death Knight is just out of mana. In fact, the Ghoul might just die from the Shadow Strike. Actually, no, it just times out. But an auto attack should be able to finish the job. Lich comes out as the second hero. Could go for a Frost Nova to go for the additional slow there. But Blink will be able to fix that right up. With Boot to Speed, it is probably going to be impossible for the Death Knight to catch up. So might as well just go back to farming. And this is a great opportunity for EleGaNt to farm up himself, and seeing as he's not going for a second hero, he's going to bank it all on this Warden. So no Panda, no Naga to help the Warden. It's just going to be the Warden herself trying to solo carry this as best as possible. This is very dangerous, and Nova Coil could potentially mean life or death for the Warden there, but Nova is going to be tossed over to the Troll Berserker, and that will most likely be an easy pickup for WFZ. Nice. Rock Golem did get taken out. The Ancient of War is actually going to be destroyed as well. I believe the Lich got that final blow as well, so pretty good. Pretty good. Invuln and +3 intelligence gets picked up from the Warden. That's supposed to be the case. I thought the Rock Golem dropped a lesser consumable, but that is a full 15. I guess creep camps actually don't drop anything lower than 15 because the 7-second one you buy. So yeah, I guess that is from the Rock Golem. Either way, most likely transitioning into the standard stuff here. The standard Crypt Fiend, Obsidian Statue Core. The ghouls will most likely get Frenzy just to make their late game, you know, a little better. I don't exactly remember how much Frenzy costs in terms of resources, but yeah, that will make them a lot better in the late game. Level 3 on the Death Knight, that will mean level 2 Death Coils there, so a lot more healing, a lot more damage. Always nice to see. And level 2 on the Lich, that will enable a Dark Ritual. +6 strength, and Circlet gets given over to the Lich. Most likely for that added health, you can see there that he got +7 or +8 strength. That is around 400 health, 200 health? Yeah, 200 health. I was like, that's not right. 50 HP for 1 strength is kind of broken, so yeah, 25 does make a lot more sense. Oh, Ghoul actually picks up the Warrior. That is very nice there. I don't know why EleGaNt pulled out way too soon, but yeah, gonna give up the remaining Troll Warlord. This drop is going to be pretty big, and it is going to be +1 armor. I said it was going to be pretty big. In fact, it turned out to be rather dismal. +1 armor is not going to be that noticeable, I don't think, so yeah, that is probably going to be sold. But we'll see, we'll see. Lesser Invuln gets picked up. Yeah, it did get sold immediately, so Slight hesitation, but again, it was hesitation into just being sold, so not really a good steal there from EleGaNt, unfortunately. We'll see how well WC3 does with his tri-hero completed. Dark Ranger is out as the final hero. This will be risky. You gotta land those silences because the Warden is one of those heroes that you can't miss silence on because you might blink right as the silence is going on, so we'll see, we'll see. Archers are slowly getting picked off right there. Destroyer is gonna just absorb most of the roar buff. I believe that was the roar buff. I didn't actually see too clearly, but 2 out of 3 bears are out of commission. 1 is dead, one has ran away. You see, still level 2 Shadow Strike, probably because, I mean, lol, only 4 ghouls, so yeah, level 2 Phantom Knights is probably just, it's better to just take Shadow Strike. Shadow Strike onto the Crypt Fiend there, but with Death Knight so high mana, with Scroll of Healing as well, it's just, Warden's gonna find a tough time actually finishing off a kill. And Burrow is being utilized to try and counteract the damage over time from that Shadow Strike there. The ghouls are definitely a lot easier targets to go after. Silence has been cast, nice silence there. Unable to blink away or go for Shadow Strikes, but the duration on those heroes is significantly reduced compared to normal units. Death Coil able to pick up the bear very nicely, and the rejuvenation gets eaten up by the Destroyer, so yeah, WC3's playing really clean right now. Only 4 Dryads and a single bear left. This bear could easily get picked off with like Death Coil or something like that. Oh, very close Death Coil there. And the Destroyer actually gets an auto off and finishes the job there, so nicely done. Death Knight very close to level 4. He still has the healing scroll available. It's just not enough AoE has actually happened, so he's done a lot more Death Coils than worrying about that. But EleGaNt's kind of screwed. EleGaNt is very screwed. 53 versus 50, kind of even, but I mean honestly, if you're even against an undead player, it's unit quality is just not there for the Night Elves, I think. Dryads will easily get matched up with the Crypt Fiends and the Lich. Lich is going to get focused down by the Warden, but once again another Death Coil to heal it right back up. The bears are going right after the Lich as well, so this might be problematic, but the Invuln is available. Death Knight is the next target, but he also has an Invuln. He's probably going to pop the healing scroll very soon. He's going to pop it right now. Blink into another Shadow Strike. You gotta activate that Invuln now, Death Knight, because yeah, you just need to get rid of those damage over time stacks as much as possible. Warden only has a couple of spell casts left. Oh wow, that Shadow Strike actually did land. TP Scroll is going to be used. 2 more ticks is going to kill, but the healing pot got purchased in time, so that was extremely close. Almost. The Warden almost picked off the Death Knight. I think it was like 10-20 health before the TP Scroll went off, so that was extremely close. Ooh, jeez. So yeah, 1 Destroyer, triple statues. This one is probably going to be transformed into a Destroyer very soon, as it's out of mana. It's not going to prove too useful as statue form, so yeah, we'll probably see the Destroyers very soon. A-Bomb number 1 is out. This will do nicely in trying to block those bears if possible. 59 for EleGaNt, so he did kind of go ahead in terms of the lead on food supply, but that's mainly because he had an expansion. Mined about almost a fifth. Or fifth? Yeah, almost a fifth. Okay, here we go, another Shadow Strike onto the Death Knight. Death Knight is pretty much the easiest target to go after because his only source of healing is with a healing pot. He got a lot of health from there. However, he might have actually picked up Death Pact, which is interesting. Yeah, I think he picked up Death Pact because he still had his health pot when he got his health back, so it's really strange. He still has a TP Scroll just in case. another Shadow Strike happens, but yeah, there we go. Level 3 onto the Dark Ranger, that is going to be a level 2 Black Arrow for her. Another Shadow Strike onto the Death Knight there, and yes, there we go. That is indeed Death Pact that will counteract the Warden very nicely. Nova Coil onto the Druid of Claw there, able to finish the job, and nice TV scroll timing there from WFZ. Right before, right after the blink, but right before the Shadow Strike cast. Obviously that wasn't the best scenario. The best scenario was cancelling the Shadow Strike with TP scroll, but you can't have everything, and of course it was point blank, so it's kind of hard to get that timing down. But yeah, a lot of gold being used on those TP scrolls right now. WFZ can buy one more TP scroll, but it doesn't have a health pot anymore. He is gonna be screwed if he engages in another fight. Here we go. He has 3 Crypt Fiends available. That means 3 health pots for him. And that's a good trade for the Warden, honestly. Just a couple of spells in exchange for a single Crypt Fiend. That's way better than Shadow Striking the Crypt Fiend itself. The only downside is you don't get the experience, so the Warden's not going to be level 6 anytime soon. And this game might even be over, who knows. EleGaNt looks like in a pretty good position, but WFZ could indeed turn things around here. 61 versus 58. WFZ is slightly behind, and he is going to start out this Troll Wall camp, and he is going to get pincered by his opponent. This is not a good time to go for a camp right now, but Amulet of Spell Shield could get picked up, and this could be vital against that Warden. Still not picked up just yet, but there we go. It's going to be picked up. One of the bears is being focused on by those destroyers, and that will be 1 bear down for EleGaNt. The Warden, where's the Warden? Where's the Warden? I have no idea where the Warden is. There she is. Okay. I didn't hear any blinks, but she definitely went for Shadow Strikes onto the Lich. But the Lich did get healed up with a Death Coil there, so thank for that. This is risky. Able to take down 1 statue is pretty good, but the Amulet of Spell Shield pretty much deters the Warden away from the Death Knight, and I mean that's a worst case scenario because her only option is go after another target, and the other target just gets healed up. So it's kind of hard to see the value in this Warden right now. The Demon Hunter, could the Demon Hunter have proven a better replacement? Who knows? I mean, the Demon Hunter would have to be in level 5 or 6 to actually prove to be better, but right now I think it's just the Warden trying her best. Going after the Lich is not going to prove too useful, as it is just going to get healed up once again by the Death Knight. Death Knight's pretty much going to save his Death Coils for the Lich only, and the Warden is now out of mana. She cannot keep Shadow Striking this Warden, this Lich, but the Dryads are focus firing, so might go somewhere, but the Dryads are slowly dying as well. No bears means nothing to tank those destroyers or Crypt Fiends, or A-bombs at that matter. So they're just slowly dying. Amulet actually gets transferred up to the Lich, so we'll see if EleGaNt is keeping on his toes. We'll see if he actually wastes a spell on the Lich. Surprisingly enough, WFZ is maintaining his food supply, and EleGaNt just dropped right down to 45. That is crazy. Super crazy. Where is the Warden right now? The Warden's back at base, activating a Moonstone. Moonwell's not even Wellspring upgrades, so it's gonna take a long time for them to actually gain the mana needed to keep up with this tempo right now. EleGaNt is definitely behind. Losing the expansion is gonna hurt quite a bit. That pretty much makes it a lot difficult to support an army over 50. And we'll just have to wait and see. Okay, Warden did realize the Amulet went over to the Lich, so she's just started switching attack onto the Death Knight there, but the Death Knight finally gets the Amulet back. Did EleGaNt realize or not? She has 2 more Shadow Strikes available. Oh, she just went for another Shadow Strike and it got cancelled out. So nicely done from WFZ to mind games it with his opponent. He's gonna Death Pact a Crypt Fiend back to full health, or full-ish health. And right now they're just slowly pushing their way back into EleGaNt's base, most likely. Bear is gonna run away. I'm surprised the Warden doesn't have Preservation Staff. Despite only having one hero, a staff would have been able to save many of these bears. It's just not happening right now. Silence onto the warden, unable to blink away. This is not looking good for our Night Elf player. Expansion here on the top left, nice ping from the observer. Finally, I mean, look at all these observers, so many observers, able to ping things out. Warden is level 5, but it's just that amulet. It kind of ruins the confidence of EleGaNt, and that is just gonna be GG. Not even gonna go for a final fight. Like, he just out of there. He just forfeited. So that is gonna be a 2-0 sweep. It's been a long time since we've seen a 2-0 sweep, so yeah, that is gonna be it. We'll have to wait and see for. Actually, no, we don't have to wait and see. We can go right into the finals because I already casted the losers bracket, so we know who is playing. I think. We'll have to wait and see. We'll see. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Take care.